What do you think is more important, to be rich or to be happy? I think most of us would answer to be happy, right? Well, the government of Mexico thought the same, and they decided to implement a new educational program this year and to implement a new class called socio-emotional, where teachers teach children how to manage their emotion in order to create emotional healthy children. But you should be asking yourself, why is she talking about a new educational program, and why did she ask if I prefer to be rich or happy? Well, studies has well, first, as a teacher, I work as a teacher. And as a teacher, I always face parents who are not agree with this new change because they think this emotional class, is a waste of time, that we should focus more on the programs and knowledge that they will use in the future. So that is why I decided to investigate a little bit more of the benefits of having a healthy emotional child in our lives. Well, the first I want to give you a definition. This definition was given by the psychologist and writer Daniel Goleman, and he defines emotional education as the ability to recognize our own feelings and those of others, to motivate and properly handle relationships. And also, Clara Ladrén Bueno, an educational psychologist, explained children have to learn to think before acting, to control their aggression and anger, to identify, for example, when they are sad or happy, and all this is achieved by educating them emotionally from a young age. Only in this way they will be happier and they will be able to adapt to the different situation for which life will go. In addition, there is a portal that points out emotional education in children, why it is important. And it says because the children will cognitively more effective students. They will have more concentration and less effective interference. It will be a relevant ingredient in their personal and professional success. It will increase their motivation, their curiosity, and their desire to learn. The children will be emotionally happier. And why don't we want that in our children? Why don't we want happier children? Why don't we want children who success when they are adults? Well, also a study in 2014. Um, this study wanted to know if there was a pattern in childhood that predicts the sense of success in the adults. And incredibly, the research showed that the most powerful predictor was the emotional health of the child, followed by this behavior. Surprisingly, the element that had less influence in a happy adulthood was the intellectual development of the child, although it did predict educational achievements and better future income. So that is why I asked you at the beginning, do you want to earn more money or be rich or feel happier? So it is not a labor just for the teachers. It is a labor for the parents too. We need to learn how to be emotional healthy and to teach our children how to be emotional healthy. Um, I I want to give you some tips, some ideas how to teach your children to be emotionally healthy, even though you don't feel emotionally healthy. I hope this can help you, and I hope you can implement, and I hope you can see what changes in your child. Well, first, take into account the emotion and opinion of children from the start. Give up options to children and be able to make their own decisions, even under the supervision of the adult. Be a good listener with children. In this way, they will feel valued at all times. Model the behavior that is sought. Apologize when you are wrong and treat with respect and kind your children. Children learn about relationships through observation of their parents' behavior. Think about the impact of actions on children's life and act to be a good example. Promote the self esteem of your children. To achieve this, it is necessary to give them responsibilities according to their age. Let them make their own decisions, recognize their work well done, and respect difference and understand that each child has their own talents and abilities. I know it can sound hard, but let's think about the future. We want success adults and we will be happy if our children get success, right? Well, I hope you can understand the importance of emotional health and why in the school is important to children to teach them too. Bye bye.